I don't know what to call this episode. Fucking hell.
The Massacre at Anfield.
Yeah.
Or something along them lines. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
Yeah, bloody Sunday.
That's what it feels like to me, you know. You two sung a song about that, man, and then they were singing about Man United, mate.
Maybe call it after the group Happy Mondays or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hello and welcome to the Aaron Lewis YouTube channel, and today I've got my brother and one of my good pals, Luke. Luke the Red, Luke the Cockney Reds, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to talk about the massacre at Anfield on Sunday. And we had to get a Liverpool fan on the panel. Been taking the piss out of for a number of days. I don't think it's going to stop. Really,
the dust still hasn't settled, mate, has it? You know, at all, mate. The dust hasn't settled yet.
I think we'll go to Liverpool fan first and say, mate, how did it go for you?
Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. Before the game, I was pretty confident that we'd win. But
we were talking about it days before.
Yeah, you lot were giving it large, and I just sat down. I was quiet, and I just held it, and just waited for the afters. And like, I don't take great pleasure in doing this. No, fuck it, I do. It was a massacre, and it put a smile on my face for the whole evening. And I can imagine the total contrast in attitude between you and I. Do you know what I mean? It's like I just couldn't wait to ring you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think it was about the 87th minute when Firmino popped one in. I got a phone call from Tony, and I was like, "Oh no, Firmino!" Do you know what I mean? It was just like that. It was one of those days at the office where, Luke, can you give any context to what you thought happened from the United's perspective?
Well, me personally, I wasn't one of them United fans that thought we were going to win that game. I would have took a point there all day long and run away with a point. But everyone was saying, oh, we're going to bash them, we're going to beat them up, da-da-da. But I really had a horrible feeling that this was one win too many and this would be a little bit of a bridge too far. But a massacre, a capitulation, a total being destroyed like that, it actually hurt my soul. 7-0 to the Scousers. That is something that they are going to sing about for the next 100 years. We have to put that right next season. That is the only thing we can do, in my eyes anyway. We have to turn them over next season with big results, and there's nothing else I can say about that. I'd like to congratulate Tony, first of all. I really would, because you know what?
Much appreciated.
I mean,
much appreciated. If the boot was on the other foot,
you boys smelt the blood, and you actually ruined us, and it really hurt. 44 years United fan. I've suffered some big, heavy losses over the years, but that one actually took a part of my soul.
To be fair, you guys can come back with a vengeance in your next couple of games like we did. We got embarrassed by Real Madrid at Anfield. You know,
well, we have to bounce back.
And, you know, I had to take it. So when we banged 7 past you guys, it was fucking sweet, mate. I have to tell you. You know. I got all the memes ready, you know, the guy who's laughing all the time on the news while he's telling the news and he's just chuckling, you know. You know, I took great pleasure sending it out to you guys, you know.
I kind of thought, from my perspective, I feel like I was very confident before the game. I think we were in the pub 2 days before. I said, I think, you know, Anfield, is about time we actually went there, got a result, did something a bit differently. Ten Hag's basically not put much of a foot wrong since the start of the season.
No, absolutely.
So I thought, with his kind of, with the rep he's gaining, I wouldn't have expected that result in a month of Sundays. But it's been coming, as Luke has said, really, and I think I have to sit back and have a retrospective of the whole season and go, we've got away with a lot, we've let teams come away, home and away, and have lots of chances not put away, and I think Liverpool's kind of done it for all of them.
Yeah, we played. Let's get it right. We played mediocre teams that could have beat us. You know, we found a way to win somehow, and I think Ten Hag just thought we were going to find a way to win this game. But after 1-0, 2-0, you know, that's when you've got to show professionalism. You've got to shut up shop and say, this is not our day. And shut up shop, take your loss, go back. And, you know,
I don't want to
we move on.
I don't want to sit here high and mighty, slaughtering United when my team's not really doing it. You know, we're on our way. If we can put a run together, I think we'll challenge the top four. Hopefully, Man United keep dropping points and we'll get the 3rd place or something like that. Because I think Arsenal and Man City's run away with it.
Fair.
But one observation I'd like to make is I saw something today online. with Rio Ferdinand talking to Patrice Evra.
Yeah.
And they were talking about the mentality they had with Ferguson going into games at Anfield.
Yeah.
And it was a thing like, he wouldn't let you train for that week.
Yeah.
He just let you concentrate on getting your mental attitude ready to face the mighty Liverpool at Anfield. You know? Yeah. And if you lost, he didn't talk to you for 2 days after.
Yeah, Ten Hag was very naive in that game.
You see the bit in that where he said that Nani went down for a tackle and at Anfield, like, they went over to him and they saw that he was crying. Scholesy went over, had a look, and went, "Oh, fuck off, mate. You can't cry at Anfield." Do you know what I mean? And everyone started walking away, and everyone was just saying that, you know, it's that when it's Liverpool, it's the biggest game for Man United as far as I'm concerned. You know, you can't perform like that. You can't.
I've heard things about papering over cracks and stuff like that. I think one of the biggest cracks you guys need to paper over is Fernandez.
Yes.
If he spent half his time playing football as he does, trying to get decisions reversed and having a guy at the referee, he'd be a better player. But he's just a whinge all time. Even Neville had to call him out, but I've been calling him out all season.
I've got a comment on Fernandez because I think that his kind of like assists or maybe goals kind of cover over the cracks with him as a holistic player. I think Ten Hag made a mistake on the day by formation-wise. I kind of feel we shouldn't have went that way. But Fernandez, a few times, it just looked like once it was 3-0, he just gave up. He didn't want to be on the pitch. And I've not really. It's probably the most embarrassing result I've witnessed
in my 48 years as a Man United fan. This is the worst result ever.
It's not. I can't even just boo Fernandez. It was.
It's collective. 100% a collective. The whole team down tools. You know? I mean, professionalism went out the window. Yeah. Ridiculous. Like you say, Ferguson's United would, even if we were losing 2-3-0, we'd say, right, we take the loss, shut up shop, and we go home with a loss, tails between your leg. But a 7-0, this is something that the Scousers will be singing about for the next 100 years, you know? Yeah. This has really hurt badly. Yeah. But also...
I must admit, I decided I didn't take great pleasure in bashing it, but I really do, to be fair, because if the boot was on the other foot, and we knew we were doing this a couple of days ago. Yeah. And as I said, I was pretty confident, but you guys were giving it large. Maybe not you so much.
No, but I think
Aaron, I'm telling you. Yeah.
But I think they're the silly United fans that were carrying on like that.
I'll be silly. At the end of the day, I was gassed off of what happened this year. I ain't had the opportunity to sort of celebrate for ages. Do you know what I mean? Not even just the League Cup or anything, but like just my team playing well, philosophy, a kind of.
Oh well, we've had 10 years of dross. You know, we've had 10 years of watching crap football. You know,
I think you're going to get a little bit of chest when you sort of see. Like, and the thing is, what my mentality was is, well, I knew we weren't actually playing that well per se, but we were getting results. So you think, okay, Liverpool are not on their best like kind of form. You're getting a little bit back, but I kind of thought, you know, you're shaky at the back. Like if Ten Hag made the right system, we could have got it. And there was a few times in the first half where I thought that could have been an eventuality.
Yeah, Fernandez had a header. Just wide of the post, I thought he could have done a bit better.
The Rashford chance,
and he scuffed
it, he should have buried.
Yeah, it would have been a different game if that was the case.
I mean, 1-0 at half time, I'm looking at the game thinking, we're still in this. Yeah. We've not had a bad half, not the best half, but it's not been bad. We can come back in this. But the 2 times you don't concede is right at the end of a half, right at the beginning of a half. And that is it, you know. And then once we went 2-0 down, you need to step back now and say, right, we don't let them have a third goal.
Shut up shop.
We shut up shop. And we say, try and nick a goal maybe, and then we're back in the game. But to just die like we did, I mean, the whole Anfield atmosphere, it was too much for the players. It just sucked them in, and they were just lost the plot, you know.
To be fair, it was the same atmosphere at Old Trafford when you beat us 2-1 earlier in the season. Yeah, you had bloody commentary on the pitch. You had Ronaldo coming over, blanking Gary Neville, going to Roy Keane like that. You know, everyone was happy, celebrating. To be fair, you outplayed us. You don't. I mean, I said 2-1. It's not. I'll take that. Yeah. But I knew that we had something for you when you came to Anfield.
Well, that's why I would have took a draw. Yeah. People saying you're crazy. No, we're going to beat them this time. But I would have took a point at Anfield, get out of Dodge.
Can I say the intensity that Liverpool started at was worrying in the first 10 minutes.
We do that every game. But if we get through in that 10 minutes. But I was
like, okay, cool. They weathered the storm in the first half as well. Like it was okay. There was constant pressure. We played out, then we got a little spell in the first half. But then, I don't know, as you said, Luke, that goal just absolutely sent the whole thing. Nunes in that second one.
The second goal was the one that, you know, conceding 1 minute into the second half, you know. Come on.
I tell you, I've been telling people that guy's going to come good, yeah?
I want to talk about that,
I mean...
Because he's taken a lot of disrespect.
He's taken a lot of stick, but he's still consistently scoring a goal every now and then.
Who's that, Nunes?
Nunes,
yeah. Listen, he's a good player, man.
The thing is that he's playing on the right wing, and I believe he's centre forward. I believe he's centre. But Gakpo didn't do too bad. Fucking calm finishes.
I was surprised at Cody Gakpo.
But I said again, give him two. Even now, I'm saying give him another month or two to settle into the Premier League because the front three's new.
I've got a feeling they go from strength to strength now, Gakpo, especially getting the 2 goals against us. I mean, he was Ten Hag's #1 in the shopping list. That's who he wanted. You know. The same with Nunes. Even Nunes, it was floating about. It was looking for Nunes, and we don't get either of them. And look what happens to us in the end. You know, they come and hurt us.
Liverpool after this result, Tom.
Do you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to reserve my judgment till after Bournemouth game. We're playing Bournemouth away next. They nearly frightened Arsenal at the weekend. You know, got a 2-goal head start. They've got Solanke and Billings. They're quite dangerous up front. They know what they're doing at home. They shocked Arsenal at the Emirates. So I'm not going to judge Liverpool against a poor Man United performance. I'm going to judge them against a team fighting relegation who need the points, and if we can beat them comfortably, then I can see us putting a good winning run together.
I think a lot of Liverpool fans will maybe run away with it a little bit after a 7-0 win, because I think I would my ego would be even more inflated.
Yeah, but you don't want to beat Man United 7-0 and lose 1-0 to Bournemouth. Where you see Man United, do you see them slumping after this, or do you see them bouncing back? Because every time you go on a run of 2 or 3 games, your fans seem to think you're back.
Okay, and I'm one of them, Tony. Because I want to be convinced, and I just want to see it. But I feel like the manager is the difference, and I feel like he will get things wrong. And I think he did get that game wrong, because I think the mentality and the kind of tactical way that we played Liverpool was wrong, and he'll have to hold his hands up as much as the players.
But you're giving.
But I think he will learn from these mistakes. I think he's very adaptive. I think he's proved it when we got sorted at City. He kind of came back, said, okay, Bournemouth, all of this. I mean, Brentford, all of that sort of stuff. So it's the first season. There's going to be knocks. I didn't expect that. But yeah,
but also,
he's an impressive manager.
I mean, you lost 4-0 to Brentford, you came back a couple of games. You lost 6-0 to Man City, you came back a couple of games. You lost 7-0 at Anfield. Can you come back from that?
I think we can. I think it's about consolidating where we are.
We have to. There's no choice. We have to come back from that.
I don't think it's about titles and all this bollocks that people are talking about. I think it's like kind of we have to be a bit more internal now and say, get through this season. Good things might be happening for us financially.
Well, Aaron, you supported Man United a long time as well, mate. You know what I mean? And I think we got carried. I think a lot of United fans were getting carried away with quadruples, talking about title race. Come on now, you know that's unwanted pressure on us that we didn't need. Mate. We're not good enough at the moment to be in any kind of quadruple any kind of title race, and we put pressure. You're putting pressure on these players that we didn't need. Keep quiet. Keep doing what we're doing, sneak up, finish in the top 4, nick a trophy. I would have took that. And honestly, that's what I was going to say. If you would have said to me, we'd be 7 points in front of Liverpool
at the start of the season,
in the top 3, already a bit of silverware, back home at Old Trafford, I would have took that. I would have took that.
I mean, every team I know that has started a transition starts off by winning the Carling Cup or Carabao Cup first, and then they see where they can go after that. You know, we done it, Arsenal done it, Man City done it. Do you know what I mean? And it seems to be a catalyst for good things afterwards. But no one really wins it and then loses their next game 7-0.
But that was humbling. That was
humbling because when you won that, Ten Hag could do nothing wrong. He was a messiah. He was the best manager, best thing since sliced bread.
The rival fans were saying that, Tone. That's why
I wasn't.
I watch a lot of YouTube, and I know that's not a barometer for, healthy, sort of conversation or whatever, but like you've got like top YouTubers saying, look what he's done, the Ronaldo situation, he dealt with that well, this, that. You kind of believe the hype a little bit, and you kind of get some, even if you don't want to.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that he's the right man for the job.
I feel like even Arsenal fans and like Liverpool fans, all that sort of thing, when they're giving you credit, we haven't had any of that for ages. But they also want you to fail as well.
I heard that.
Media does.
Well, you can see after this loss how much hatred, and everyone's jumped on the bandwagon now. Everyone's hating United. You know what I mean? Everyone's ready to just jump on us and destroy us. You know?
Fucking pissed me off on the
Souness, man. Don't even talk to me about Souness.
That was a great bit of commentary.
Don't even talk to me about Souness.
He really pissed me off.
Great bit of punditry.
It's how stern he was with the prediction at the start of the game.
Yeah, he knew we were going to lose.
He said, like, you know, it was almost like, yeah, do you know what I mean? I don't even know what you're talking about, Gary. Like, this is almost a foregone conclusion. So I was like, okay, do you know what I mean? Soon as a bit gassed. But afterwards, like, him and Jamie Carragher, they put it on Gary.
Listen, I'm telling you, right? That was almost as good as the game itself.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the way Souness talks with a straight face. He talks a lot of sense. Yeah, and
that's definitely a Liverpool fan.
Graham Souness was a great Liverpool player, great Liverpool captain.
Oh, good player, good captain. But what kind of manager was he?
He wasn't that a decent manager. Yeah. But as I say,
Ali Dyer and all that. But
as I say, him and Carragher tag team Keane and Neville. Yeah, to such an extent that when Neville turned round and called him James, I thought that, and then Graham Souness turned around and said, he called you James. He's got it. And the fact that Roy Keane couldn't defend Gary Neville, he couldn't back him up. He couldn't back him up.
Because Gary, God bless him, he tried his best.
I've never seen Roy Keane that quiet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was humbled.
And that's when you know.
That's when you. So I think.
Well, what can you say after a 7-0?
Gary Neville should have kept his mouth a bit more humble as well, because he was saying that this is a freak result. It's a freak.
It was a freak, though.
Listen, if you get beat 4-0 by Brentford,
we have to make sure it's a freak result.
It's not a freak.
We have to make sure this is a freak result. There's only one way to show if this is a freak result. United have to go forward now, bounce back, win the next couple of games, get to the FA Cup final, do well in Europe, qualify in the top 4.
Now. We're on your toes, we're on Tottenham's toes, we're on Newcastle's toes, but then you've got Brentford, you've got Brighton. To be fair, the next month could be key. You guys could be fighting for Europa or Conference.
I wouldn't go that far personally. I think that's the Mickey Mouse there. And I'm sure anyone watching this will find.
Don't forget, we're 7 points in front still, yeah? We're still 7 points clear, yeah? And let me see what. Bring the Liverpool trophies at the end of the season as well, and show me a trophy.
I can show you the trophies over the last 10 years if you want. But we were hovering around the conference and stuff, and then we've put a few games together. I mean, I think we should have beaten Palace. We actually stopped our own shot going in when Trent shot and hit Henderson going into the goal. That would have been 4 straight wins in a row in the Premier League. Yeah. You know? So every team has a little bit of luck. There's swings and roundabouts. There's a lot of football left to be played in the season to come. Yeah. And there's a lot of results that's going to... I mean, Jimmy Greaves, football's a funny old game.
It's a funny old game. And that was a funny old result. It really was. But I mean, that is something that United, we have to bounce back immediately. Make sure that we win our next couple of games and put this behind us somehow. I mean, like I said, Liverpool fans will be singing about this 7-0 for the next 100 years.
Can I just ask, how many? I'm not being. I don't know if you know the answer to this, but how many billions is your squad worth?
It's about a bill, Tom. Yeah.
A bill.
It's nearly.
Is that in just the last 2 transfer windows?
No, over the last 5 years, I'd say.
5 years, my arse.
Investment of about £1 billion.
No, it's been in the shortest period of time than that.
No, it's about last 5 years.
Listen, anytime Man United come in for a player,
over the last 10 years, it's been about 1.5.
Anytime Man United come in for a player,
we spent badly. We can't lie about that. We bought some shit, you know. We paid over the odds for a lot of shit players.
I'll tell you something here. As someone who should take a lot of credit for your your downfall is Wreck-It Ralph. Because there's no way you should have had an interim manager for a season.
No. He came in and said, listen, this squad needs open heart surgery. And he knew what it needed,
Get
Ten Hag is just starting to do the open heart surgery.
Ollie, because I don't... You're making it bad.
Ollie at the wheel.
We need to bounce back from this horrendous result, yeah? If we finish in the top 4, we get into the FA Cup final. We maybe even get to the Europa League, a chance of winning the Europa League. then I would take that as a successful season.
Yeah.
Even after this 7-0 drubbing, which is going to hurt me for the rest of my life, I still would have took that.
Yeah.
I would have said, we'll take top 4.
Yeah.
We're going and I truly believe we will finish 3rd place. I'm saying it now with my chest out. We're going to be above Liverpool, and next season we will be even better. Yeah. We get Qatar in, give him the millions.
Not billions.
Billions. Give him the billions that we need. And then we'll take it again next season.
As Infantino says, mate, I am Qatari. So, do you know what I mean? So bring the money. So conclusions for Liverpool, mate. It's obviously Champions League's looking a little bit hairy, but it's about top 4 for you guys.
I think it's top 4, but I think it's about resetting, going on a run, guaranteeing that top 4, maybe sneak the 3rd place off Man United. And
I can't see it. I can't see it.
And then, if Man United end up with that Carabao Cup, which, as I said, is a stepping stone to good things for other teams, that'll be a good season for them. I don't think you're capable of the Europa League because Arsenal and there's some big clubs still in it.
Well, we'll see, because of this horrendous result, now we're going to show our worth now and say, right, he has to sit the players down there and say, right, to the end of the season, he will not accept anything,
he has to whip them now.
Anything even close to that capitulation. He now has to say, listen, that is not good enough for my side. You play like that again, you're gone from United. You don't put a red shirt on ever again.
To be fair, I would drop Fernandez and
Fernandez is petulant.
He's got to have a break now. He's got to have a break now.
I mean, he's your club captain, isn't he?
Yeah.
Listen, for me,
that's not an example.
Fernandez has had a good season. Yeah, he's played a lot of minutes. He's done well this season, but he is a petulant player. And he's one of them players who he waves his arms up, he dives about, he rolls around, he doesn't like it, and that is not good enough for Man United. Fergie would never suffer anyone like that.
It was one of the kids, I think it was Bojetic or something like that.
Yeah.
He skilled him up, and he didn't run after him. He just put his hands out.
He waved his hands about, and he don't want to run back.
You know, honestly,
well, I was saying earlier, Aaron, at any level, even at schoolboy level, the levels we played at, we never got beat 7-0.
No.
You don't get beat 7-0. You don't do it, man. Even when you know you're going to lose, you shut up shop. You sit back and say, right, you've beat us, but you're not whooping us.
You don't make it an open
and that's what hurt.
Like
and it hurt me. And you know, you park the bus and you take the loss.
You beat us 2-1 at Old Trafford, to be fair. You did.
Yeah, we parked the bus. Well, that's the way to do it.
But not at home, man.
Not at home. I don't care. At home, away, I do not care. Get the result.
You've got £1 billion squad.
Get the result. Get the points. Get the points.
But I mean, no, to be honest,
fans need to be entertained as well, man.
Listen, we've started turning the corner now, Man United. We're playing football again. We've had 10 years of me watching Man United playing sideways, backwards, fucking shit football. Now
Liverpool's been doing that for the last few games as well. I've never seen us pass backwards so many times in the recent games.
But you've been spoiled.
Really frustrating me.
You've been spoiled.
I've been spoiled.
Liverpool fans have been spoiled over the last few years.
I'll take that, and long may it continue.
They would have said that about us in Fergie's time as well. So it swings around.
Long may it continue. You know, when it was Fergie's time, you only had Arsenal to compete with. You know, with Wenger.
No, don't be silly, man. We competed against Chelsea, took them out of the game. Yeah. You guys got fresh a couple of times, we took you back. Arsenal come and try to test us. Yeah. We had enough to take them over. Listen, we've always had enough, but that was with Fergie. Now we've got Ten Hag, and now it's a different United.
So you forget all the managers in between, like Ollie and...
I want to forget the managers in between, because they've been that bad.
But Mourinho weren't that bad for you.
Mourinho was a negative. We didn't play good football. But you won a trophy. I want to see us winning good football.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You want to win trophies now, but you're saying you want to win trophies.
More than trophies, I want to see United playing the United way again.
That's the fucking identity.
The identity of Man United is attacking football, and we never had that for years.
So you were talking about parking the bus there at Anfield or whatever sort of thing, but
not at Anfield, at Old Trafford. At Old Trafford, when we played you at Old Trafford, you parked the bus at your own ground.
You were saying like.
But it's a results business, no? Yeah, I don't care how you play, you get the result.
Simeone would have done that. Simeone would have said, "Fuck it, mate." Do you know what I mean? Like we're going to partner. Do you know what I mean? So I think Ten Hag has to have learnt a lot from that about adaptability in the Premier League. I think it might be a culture in kind of continental football where you sort of say, we're still in it, we're still going to play.
Well, to be fair to Ten Hag,
he needs to learn that, you know, in the Premier League, that is where you draw the line and you shut up shop.
Yeah, to be fair to him, he's come out and he's made the right noises for me, you know, after this game. You know,
Southampton ain't done that bad against you guys in recent years, you know.
Well, listen, the next few weeks will tell you.
9-0, I think, before.
Yeah, we beat them 9-0. And we won't sing about that for the next 100 years. But Liverpool fans will sing about a 7-0 drubbing for the next fucking 100 years,
I'll
man.
Sing about it
Mark my words.
Mark my words. Every week.
And almost, it was almost like...
every week?
It was almost like you cheat. It was almost like you're cheating. No. You're cheating their fans to play like that against us, and then you play shit against these other teams. That was like a cup final to you boys.
No, that's what it was like when you beat us 2-1.
It was a cup final.
That's what it was like.
Well, to be fair, every Liverpool United game should be a cup final.
When you beat us 2-1,
you lot to get up like that and to play like that and then to lose to a load of fucking shit. And
did they actually play that well, or were United just shit?
I think it was a mixture of both, to be fair.
I think we made you play shit.
I think it was a mixture of both.
We beat your players into submission.
Yeah.
And just the whole atmosphere of Anfield just sucked them in, it just sucked them up, and
all I see
it killed them.
Like I see him doing every game I've seen is. That's it. Football, man.
Well, the press tried to say he was asking to get called off. He wanted to be subbed, which they found out was bollocks. This is the press. This is what disgusts me about the press. They're jumping on, hating.
You're captain.
And look how quick the press and everyone in general is so quick to jump on us now.
Yeah, but your captain,
loving it.
Your captain can't ask to come off.
Was it Martin Tyler who bust that in again?
Yeah, but it was bullshit.
I think it was Gary Neville.
No, it was bullshit. Gary Neville said it. Yeah, it was bullshit.
Gary Neville said it.
And then Firmino scored about 2 minutes later. I was like, what? Honestly, it was an emotional roller coaster. I don't want to live it anymore. We're probably going to stop the podcast there. I think we'll be back next week, lads.
Listen, knowing you won't do another podcast until you win again.
I think the next podcast we're going to do is probably a bit more not about a particular game. We'll do a broad spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we was going to do a podcast and there was going to be a whole different twist on it. After the 7-0, what could we do, Aaron, apart from something like this, my man? Sort of, there's no getting away from it. You know what I mean?
Open heart surgery, but. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you subscribe to the channel.
Don't get carried away, Man United fans. You're not back until you're back.
Same as Liverpool. See you at the end of the season. Let's see at the end of the season. Let's see at the end of the season who's where and who's what.
We've never really been away, but you welcome back to the top table, Man United.
Listen, we're back and we're staying there, mate. Trust me.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching and catch you next week.